Right now at noon, the president focusing on his meeting next week with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. That's a topic that's part of his meetings today with the Prime Minister of Japan. President Trump commutes the life sentence of a great-grandmother. Watch as she experiences her first free day after spending 2 decades behind bars. And a warning from AAA to check the tread on your tires before you hit the road this summer.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Thursday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in a bit. But first, meteorologist Chris Reese is over in the Weather Center with our first alert forecast. Temperatures creeping up a little bit.
That's right. They are. In fact, a drastically different change from just 24 hours ago. Temperatures now some 18 to 20 degrees warmer for a lot of folks than this time yesterday. In Madison, we're 16 degrees warmer. You get up to Wautoma, it's 18 degrees warmer. Watertown, 20 degrees warmer. All within a 24-hour time span. Currently 78 degrees, 80s as you work your way to the west a little bit. Boscobel and Lone Rock at 80, La Crosse at 81. 70s as you work your way elsewhere beyond that. We zoom out just a little bit and you see where temperatures are all pretty much in the 70s and 80s, a few 60s showing up, but it's a warmer trend that we're going to be seeing over the next couple of days. It's also going to be more humid. We've talked about that humidity coming into the picture. Dew points creeping back up into the 60s. That means it's starting to get a little bit more uncomfortable out there, and that also is a sign of rain chances coming in. We had the cloud cover earlier today, and that cloud cover now long gone, but we zoom out just a little bit, and you see a system across the Midwest right now sending thunderstorms back down into Oklahoma. That's falling apart, but what happens is it starts to leave boundaries for more scattered showers and thunderstorms to develop. That's going to be the case for us later on tonight. So as you head out for the rest of your day, do enjoy the sunshine. Temperatures peaking right around 79 degrees, but overnight and into your Friday, do be prepared, Mark, for some rain, especially around that commute.
But probably dry today.
But dry today.
All right, we'll check back later. Thank you, Chris. Topping the news today, President Trump is focused on his upcoming summit with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un today. He's hosting the Prime Minister of Japan at the White House, where they are expected to discuss what they want to see happen at the Singapore meeting. Here's Mo Olangi with details on the meeting that is coming up. We unfortunately do not have that story for you. Abe and President Trump, the Prime Minister of Japan, Abe, and the President Trump will continue the trade talks tomorrow as the two head to Canada for the G7 summit. A 63-year-old great-grandmother is free today after serving 2 decades for a drug crime. Alice Johnson was released with the help of a reality star who made a personal appeal to the president. She arrived home in Memphis Wednesday night, where her extended family was waiting. Johnson was serving a life without parole for being part of a cocaine trafficking ring. Her release was set in motion by Kim Kardashian West. She got interested in Johnson's case in October and made her appeal to President Trump last week.
I woke up without a bunk bed over my head. That was great. Knowing that she's sitting right here next to me and there's no guards anywhere, that's wonderful.
President Trump tweeted this morning, "Good luck to Alice Johnson. Have a wonderful life." The White House said in a statement, "It will always be tough on crime, but some people deserve a second chance." 6 children hurt during Guatemala's biggest volcano eruption in 4 decades are now in the United States for medical treatment. They were airlifted to Texas early this morning by a U.S. Air Force plane and are now receiving treatment at Shriners Hospital for Children. Guatemala's volcano of fire erupted on Sunday, burying villages under several feet of super hot ash and debris. Government officials in Guatemala have suspended the search for at least 200 people who are still missing. Authorities are also warning of the potential for even more toxic lava flows and are ordering even more evacuations. So far, at least 12,000 people have left their villages. 100 deaths have been linked to this eruption. Iowa County investigators say it could be, quote, a considerable amount of time before they figure out why a 13-year-old was found dead last week. The sheriff's office says that they're looking into that girl's death as suspicious. Deputies found her body inside a home just outside of the town of Mineral Point last Wednesday. That house on Miller Road is currently listed as a pending sale. The current homeowners turned down an interview. It's unclear if they are related to the girl or connected to her death. Detectives don't believe this is related to any human trafficking case and say there's no threat to the public. The State Patrol will continue to patrol the new speed limit on the interstate between Madison and Beloit. The DOT lowered the speed limit from 70 to 55 last Saturday after a series of chain reaction crashes inside that construction zone. Troopers have ticketed 24 drivers and handed out almost 30 warnings so far. All of the accidents in the construction zone shut down the interstate for hours. The first direct flight from Madison to San Francisco leaves at 3:30 this afternoon. The business community has been working to get this flight going for more than a decade. As those flights start, Dane County's Board of Supervisors is set to approve spending $100,000 on advertising for that nonstop service. The airport estimates the flight will bring in $622,000 in new revenue each year. And as the school year comes to an end this week, state leaders are looking at ways to address the staffing shortages many schools across Wisconsin face. They're getting together later today to talk about an emergency change to the state's teacher licensing rules. The hope is to make it easier for people seeking a teacher's license in Wisconsin to get one, especially those coming from out of state. The emergency rule change would also bring those licensing rules into compliance with the state budget that was passed last year. And new research has AAA warning drivers about the tread of your tires. AAA did a little tread posting. AAA said a little tread poses a big danger on wet roads. There we go. The video shows what happens during tests when a car with new tires and a car with worn tires try to stop on a slick surface. Research revealed drivers driving on worn tires increase the average stopping distance by 43% or more than 80 feet. Driving experts recommend people check their tires at least once a month and say placing a quarter upside down in the tread will show if it's at a safe level. In a new tire like this, the tread should cover the top of Washington's head. In an older tire,
you put it in that groove and you can see the top of Washington's head, you know it's time to replace that tire.
It stresses when it comes to replacing your tires, consumers should keep in mind a higher price doesn't necessarily mean better performance. They suggest drivers do their research, check tire ratings and consumer reviews before making a purchase. Well, there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you're looking for something different to serve at a graduation party, bridal shower, or maybe you're just looking for something light and bright, we've got just the thing. We recently came up with a recipe that I thought would be great if you're looking for something different to serve at a graduation party or bridal shower. It's also nice when you're craving something light and bright to serve for lunch or dinner. It's a twist on chicken salad that goes together like this. The first thing we do is cut some cooked chicken into chunks. As for the chicken, that can be boiled, roasted, grilled. Even easier, we can use rotisserie chicken. To that, we add some chopped celery, an apple that we've cut up, a bunch of grapes that we've cut in half, and about a cup of assorted berries. Instead of tossing this with the usual mayonnaise, to lighten things up, we toss this with a healthy amount of vanilla yogurt. And to give this a nice crunch, we add some chopped walnuts. After it chills, it's ready to serve. And whether you serve it on some mixed greens or stuffed in a sandwich, it's pretty darn tasty and colorful. So here's what I suggest. Go to our website and print out a copy of our berry grape chicken salad recipe. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a light and bright way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. The Dane County Humane Society joins us in a few minutes for our Pet of the Week segment. And it's a nice day to take a dog for a walk. Chris joins us after the break with your first alert forecast. Well, the United States reportedly strikes a deal with ZTE and more emojis for your texting pleasure. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
The European Union plans to slap tariffs on more than $3 billion of American goods in July, including blue jeans, whiskey, and motorcycles. The tariffs are in response to President Trump's decision to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. The U.S. strikes a deal with ZTE. The Chinese telecom reached an agreement that would lift a 7-year ban barring U.S. companies from selling its components. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross says the deal involves ZTE hiring a new compliance team and paying a $1 billion fine. You'll recall ZTE was banned after it violated an agreement by shipping products to North Korea and Iran. Meantime, most Americans are in the dark about how much they need to save for retirement. According to Bankrate.com, 61% of people don't know what they need to sock away for their golden years. For those who could name a number, the median estimate was $650,000. And your emoji lineup is about to expand. The Unicode 11 update has arrived, bringing a new list of emojis, including a llama, redheads, bagels, and cupcakes. A total of 157 new emojis will be available. The symbols will be coming to your keyboard soon, but it may take some time before all mobile systems are up to code. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. The Dow Industrial is up 130 points at the noon hour. The NASDAQ down 59. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yaki is out of the radio barn today, so here are your egg numbers. And Pam will return tomorrow. Chris is here now with your forecast. The air conditioner had a break the last couple of days, but everything is coming back into play.
Yeah, you might want to turn it back on soon, especially as humidity begins to creep back up. Temperatures today much warmer than they were just 24 hours ago. Already Madison 16 degrees warmer. Watertown and Janesville 20 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago. Now, a lot of this has to do with the weak little system that came through yesterday. It brought some thunderstorms and some rain, so that kept conditions a little bit cloudier. Today we have full sunshine. Temperatures right now right around 78 degrees here in town. You work your way towards the lakeshore, things are a little bit cooler. Sheboygan coming in at 71. But as you focus on temperatures to the south and west, this is where things are a little bit warmer. Lone Rock and Boscobella 80. You go up to La Crosse, the temperature 81 degrees right now. Another thing that you'll notice outside is that there's a little bit of haze. That's because the dew points are starting to come back up. We're now in the low 60s. You'll be able to feel the air just a little bit more as you step outside. Here's a look from the Edgewater sky cam. You see the haze on the horizon. More cloud cover will be noted as well. This was cloud cover the past 6 hours that began to thin out just a little bit because the big cluster of showers and thunderstorms that we had this morning back over the plains has begun to weaken and fall apart a little bit. The thing is, when this happens, it leaves boundaries. These things are known as outflow boundaries, extra areas for the air to rise and create thunderstorms later on. That's exactly what we'll be expecting as we go into tomorrow. More on that in just a second. Notice how just back to the west of the showers and thunderstorms, though, you have clear skies. This is because there's a big dome of high pressure. It is known as the Ring of Fire. Here's how that works. The fire is the heat that is beneath this dome. Lots of places experiencing triple-digit heat today, and as this begins to migrate a little bit, especially towards the south and east as we go through the week, it expands. The jet stream rides along and just to the north of this. Now, where you have this extremely hot air that, contrary to popular belief, is actually sinking. On the edges of that, you have rising air, that rising air region of low pressure. This is where we get several chances for showers and thunderstorms. Madison, right on the edge of that. That's why we're going to have showers and thunderstorms coming in into tomorrow. So but you'll notice the heat that is going to be there for the rest of this week. So let's take you through the afternoon, overnight, and into tomorrow. Temperatures will top out right around 79 degrees. Overnight and into tomorrow morning's rush hour, a system comes in from the northwest around that ridge of high pressure. This is going to bring in some pretty decent showers. You'll want to take that umbrella and pack your patience as you're headed into work so we can eliminate any accidents on the highways there. We'll keep the cloud cover around through the afternoon, temperatures topping out in the 70s, and it'll be a struggle to get rid of a lot of that cloud cover before temperatures fall back into the 60s. So enjoy the sunshine that we have out there this afternoon as temperatures top out in the upper 70s to right around 80. Tonight, we'll fall to temperatures that are in the upper 50s before those rain showers come in, especially into your Thursday, Friday, and late Saturday night. Notice temperatures begin to warm back up into the lower 80s at that point. We'll keep several rain chances around as the ring of fire setup pretty much hangs tight. So that's going to send a couple of disturbances our way. But as we get you towards the end of your 10-day forecast, we'll continue with a trend of 80-degree temperatures, but we'll also continue with humidity and the chances for showers and thunderstorms repeating themselves.
Well, it's almost officially summer.
Almost officially summer.
80s, got to expect that.
Exactly. It feels like summer, too.
Yeah, it's that ring of fire. That'll do it.
We fell right in.
All right, thanks, Chris. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Marissa DeGroot with the Dane County Humane Society joins us after the break. We're going to meet Miss Meg. She's our pet of the week. Stay with us. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week. Hello, Marissa.
Hello.
And who is this pretty lady here?
This lovely lady is Meg. You want to sit? Oh, yeah, you know.
She's got a tail on her. Getting beat up over here.
So Meg is 3.5 years old, and she's some sort of American Bulldog mix. Obviously, something else in her, giving her a little bit of height there, too.
But she's got the big chest.
Yep, and she's got like, oh, just look at this cute face on her.
She's got a little extra jowls there.
Yes, for sure.
And she's up from down south?
Yep, she came up from an overcrowded shelter down south, and Meg is so much fun. She definitely has this kind of wild side to her, but then she will absolutely sack out and nap equally as hard.
Get that leash. Get that naughty leash. Yeah, she was just laying out here just before we came on there, just chilled out.
Yep, she will get those bursts of energy and then, yeah, want to snuggle up. What I love about Meg, too, is that she absolutely loves people. She will want to run up and meet everybody. She gets really excited. Dog, she's going to need a bit of a slower introduction to. Sometimes she can be a little aloof to them, but I think she's going to fit in so many different households.
Gets along with kids, I would assume.
Yeah, she seems to love kids, too.
But she needs room to move.
Yeah, but as you can tell, she's going to need some place, if you have a backyard that she can run around in, or you like taking some nice walks. She is still really young and has a lot of energy and a lot of learning to do.
Nice rug to roll around on,
Yes.
huh? All right, so we got a cat fundraiser coming up.
We do. So Carbon 4 is celebrating Adopt a Cat Month over at their tap house. If you order one of their brews from their cat line, they're going to donate $1 to Dane County Humane Society as well as Madison Cat Project.
There you go. Have a beer and help out the kitties at the same time. And speaking of kitties,
oh, we had Dusty, and she did get adopted. We are so excited for her, and we are starting to pick up on kitten season here. We're starting to see those kittens and a lot of those other great cats coming in.
I'm glad she got a home. Now let's get Meg a home, right?
Yes.
All right, go to the website, giveshelters.org for information on Meg and all the critters available. I'll let you go take her for a good long run, Marissa.
Oh, yeah.
Giveshelter.org, the website. We'll see you next time. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Chris has one final check of the forecast.
That's right, Mark. Sunshine for the rest of this afternoon and evening, but overnight we'll notice the clouds thickening up and eventually rain and thunderstorm chances moving into southern Wisconsin. You'll want to keep that in mind as you head out tomorrow morning. You'll want a little bit of extra time along with an umbrella. Temperatures will be in the 40s, right around 50 when that comes on in. And then, of course, we will have additional rain chances on Saturday. Temperatures will be in the 80s for your highs then, and then more rain chances towards the end and middle of next week.
And temperatures creeping up. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.